This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. We're at Analytics Computer Information Systems. I'm here with the founder and owner, basically since 1995. Let me ask you, Calvin, when you first started this up, what was the inception of your team getting together and basically serving the business community out there?
Well, I knew that there was a lot of need for on-site computer support for small businesses. And so what I did is I put a business together that would be focused on the small business and being able to do good quality IT support for them.
Wonderful. Let me ask you, back in 95, quite honestly, it was a luxury for a few businesses to be going into the computer age. Now today, it's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about it's a necessity. Why is it so much more important to have a team like your team to take care of those systems?
Well, what we've got is the guys that work for me, they're all cross-trained in various parts of Microsoft Windows and all of the networking that's being used today. The Exchange server, the SharePoint server, small business server, server 2008. We do all of that. But what happens is because I've got a bunch of different guys that are working for me, they all overlap with their expertise, and we're always sharing our knowledge between everybody.
Excellent. Let's jump right in for the viewers. Tell me, what is on-site computer support? What does that mean for the client?
Well, you tend to find that nowadays a lot of people sit there and they're using their computers and stuff like that, and something will go wrong with them. And an employee will sit there for hours and hours and hours, either on a slow computer or messing with a computer trying to get it to run faster and stuff like that. Where sometimes we can get in there, our techs will show up, and they're able to just resolve the problems within 30 minutes, and that employee's back real happy with a good working computer.
So you're not talking about only saving money for the company, but also saving morale when it comes to somebody sitting there trying to work on something they have no experience of doing. Let me ask you, obviously your team is there to do emergencies, firefighting, any problems that may come across, but I know you guys take a proactive approach and you'd like to take care of the problem before they start.
Oh yeah, that's a definite, because it's way more costly to do it after the fact. You're talking about downtime. If a server goes down and you've got 10, 20 employees, those people are all sitting there twiddling their thumbs. You'll even find the employees that don't even use a computer sitting there and not doing any work because the computers aren't working. It's the funniest thing.
Interesting. So let me ask you, obviously checkups are important, and then documenting, obviously reporting, and getting back to the client, letting them know what's going on. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, we document everything that we do on those computers is documented. We leave a visit report to tell the client exactly what we did during the time that we were there. And we also, while we're working on those computers, we'll enter things like the Dell service tag number and stuff into our database. And what that does is that allows us to, if the client calls us after the fact and say, hey, I'd like to buy more memory for this computer or whatever, what we're able to do is just get on there and we know exactly the model, the memory, everything about it. And the nice thing is that if we ever part ways with that client, all of that documentation that we've gathered is all theirs, and we just turn the keys over to them.
So readily available documentation is definitely there for the client as well. What's nice about it is a lot of the stuff you do is actually on site. Anymore, though, with technology, faster speeds, quite honestly, a lot of owners out there are taking their business to the cloud. Tell me, what do you guys have available there as far as hosting and whatnot?
Well, we've got a wide array of different hosting that we do. We host servers, we host web pages, email. We even have clients that give us their servers, and what we do is we perform professional services on those servers to keep them running for them. So what they do is they worry about their business, and we worry about keeping their servers running 24/7.
Wonderful. And speaking of in the cloud there, are we talking about remote backups? Do you make that available as well?
Oh yeah, we do remote backups for many of our clients. Actually, because they're remote backups, we're able to do those on a nationwide basis.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Wonderful. And how does it benefit a client out there to have a virtual office where you can access it anywhere?
Well, we've got one client that we walked into. They are having a terrible time because what they had to do is they had to keep on documenting what they were doing, and then they'd fax it over or email it over, and then the person would enter it in. And we were there one day, and this is the advantage of the on-site support, is we've got our ears open and we're listening to what the clients are saying. And so what happened is we're listening, and it's like, gosh, you guys are doing everything twice here. Why don't you let us put a server up that's got all of your accounting software on it? And then what we can do is run terminal services on that, and you can have multiple people logging into that. And they are way more efficient. They've got office in Brighton, another one in Greeley, one out in Grand Junction, and they're all just keying data into this thing, and it's just like that server is sitting in their office.
Wonderful. We're talking about peace of mind for the client as well. Obviously, if you guys are putting together maybe website design, or be it a web application or even a desktop application, we're talking about custom programming. You guys are actually, you have full control.
That's right. What you tend to find is that, you know, back in the old days, people used to have their little secret weapon, and it was like technology that they kept for themselves. And what we're doing is, by doing the custom web applications, what that does is that gives the people the ability to have that application designed exactly the way they want. So it's going through their existing workflow. They don't have to modify anything. And then because it's a web application, you've got guys that are out in the field, and they've got little iPads and stuff like that, and they're actually updating those web applications, and it really makes things efficient, and you don't lose those little bits and pieces of paper that are, you're losing them all the time.
So you're talking about customization. You're not taking a third-party template, if you will, and trying to convert it into what you need. You're basically starting it out from square one, right?
That's right. You know, with the third-party applications, what happens is you're either trying to convert that application to work the way you want, or you're looking at your process flow and you're trying to convert your whole process flow to work the way that the software does. This way, when we do it custom applications, it does it exactly the way that you're doing it. And then the other thing is that if they ever do decide, hey, we need to change this one process, all we do is we modify that process. It's a web application. It's deployed to everybody across the web automatically.
Excellent. Wonderful. Folks, if you'll notice right there, their website is at the bottom of the screen, and you can check out their contact information there as well. What you're going to find basically is a lot of the clients they've worked with, some testimonials there on the website, and quite honestly get to learn and know who their team is. Speaking of team, compared to somebody who maybe have their own one IT guy in-house, quite honestly, a team's got to be pretty powerful because of the fact that one guy gets sick, you got somebody else ready to go.
Yeah, what we do is through our client monitoring system, all of our clients have a Plan A tech, and they also have a Plan B tech. The Plan B tech does go out to the site and gets trained on their equipment there, so he's not a stranger walking in the door. What happens is we have staff meetings. During those staff meetings, we all discuss the clients and the different issues that they're having and different technologies that they're using, and so on. And so what happens is because we've got multiple technicians, they're out there seeing all kinds of technology, and we're able to apply that technology across the board.
Speaking of technology, always changing, obviously you guys do ongoing training and whatnot.
Okay, during our staff meetings, we're always cross-training each other. And so that is one method that is, everything that we talk about applies to today and going down the road. And so the technicians are always well-dressed on today's technology.
So literally the clients out there have literally years and years of experience at their disposal, because we're talking about overlapping experiences, expertise, and whatnot.
Oh, absolutely. The technicians that I have working for me, we all have many, many years of experience.
Wonderful. Once again, folks, their website is the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to find is their contact information. You're not sure how it all starts. Basically, a consultation. They'll talk with you over the phone, find out what your needs are, and basically make sure that that computer system that you've got running inside of your company is basically the backbone of your system, and that it stays up, it stays ready to work for you 24/7.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.